G'day mate, welcome back to Techtonica with me, JD. In our last episode, we did an awful lot. We did an awful lot of exploring, we unlocked an awful lot of lore, and we also unlocked an awful lot of doors. We also unlocked a certain amount of secreted chests. Yeah, you know, along with the traditional behind the waterfall. Speaking of that, there's one behind the waterfall where we're standing. We'll worry about that in the future. Today, I want to get into automation, because one of the things we did unlock last episode is we did scan the last blue core needed, so now I can finally unlock blue core research, which means that's going to be the topic of today's episode. I just want to worry about blue cores. I want to get blue cores up and running. I want to start them automated, so we can start getting research up and running. In saying that, we probably should go look at an emergency beacon. But according to the lore that we found out last episode, the Etch-a-Sketch is good up to 2,500 years, and I feel like we've been in cryosleep for quite some time, as everything is broken. So I'm going to assume that they're already dead, and we're going to worry about that problem later. Now, before we get into today's episode, I want to ask one thing, just one little favor. I'd like to borrow a like. I like to borrow a like early in a video. Not happy with the video, didn't enjoy the video, by all means, you can have your like back. With that out of the way, let's get into today's automation. In our last episode, I did put down another core composer, another wonderful core composer, and I dumped some blue cubes in here between carts, and had a small problem with my inserter. I missed. Consequently, we haven't added any purple cores to this particular core composer. In saying that, technology-wise, I don't see much else in the way of purple core research. There might be some in the future, but for right now, I don't see any. So I'm not too worried about it. We do have 153 cores sitting around doing nothing. We also have 4,772 sitting in this box. So we have a couple of cores spare that I need to upgrade. We did unlock, no, let's go into there. We did unlock the ability to make the purple cores. Now, the purple cores are pretty, well, the blue cores. We unlocked the blue cores. Purple cores, way easier. We did a copper wire and mechanical components. That is iron and copper. The purple core, the blue core is a little bit more difficult. We need to have the purple cores, which is iron and copper. On top of that, we need to have processing units. Processing units come from electrical components and plant matter. Electrical components is iron and copper, so that should be alright. Plant matter means I need to revisit our threshing problem. On top of that, we also need coolant systems. Coolant systems are, well, mechanical components being iron and copper, also shiverthorn. Shiverthorn coolant comes from, well, iron and shiverthorn extract along with some limestone, which means, again, I need to go revisit our threshing. So that's going to be almost our first step. One thing I do want to do first, if we turn that mode back on, is we're making a couple of coolants here. And I just want to up our production slightly to make a few more coolant. Where is coolant? There it is. I want to make you and you do coolant. And also want to make you do coolant. I'm going to swap you over to coolant as well. Because if I just... Yes, I always want to remove the floor. That's always what I'm looking to do. Always. Number 7. Other way. Okay. I have one machine here. One machine here that's already outputting mechanical components. So we're going to take that over here and feed that into every single machine, because it actually makes enough to run every one of these machines. And then we'll use some longhand inserters to bring out our cooling components. Yep, and we'll run that to about here with a box and an inserter. Okay, it just means across the front I need to, well, I need to not do that or that. We can remove this belt. I can put a longhand inserter there, and there, and I can run my copper forward, my iron, my coolant forward, and my iron forward. Okay, which means I need to look at this. Now, this problem is actually not really a problem. It's doing really well, except I don't have enough limestone. And to fix my limestone problem, I basically need to redo limestone, and probably put a second level on it. My limestone has a small issue, like this guy can't output because we're using 2 longhand inserters. Yeah, and they're just too slow. I need to upgrade them to a couple of fast inserters to get these guys outputting faster. So that's a future plan that we're going to worry about in the future. Right now, we're actually going to go upstairs. We're going to go upstairs, and I want to adjust our threshing. Yes. We do have some threshing up here. And I'm pretty happy with it, but I'd like to retrofit it. And I'd like to improve it. Now, previously I threw it together with a 2 to 1 to 1 and then just doubled it. Turns out, we can actually do a little bit better. We're going to start lined up with those ones, which is, gosh, try to line things up in this game. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. 6 of those. 6 of those. We're going to do long in. We're going to do short in. Okay, short in. 6 of those. Doing out you and you. Cool. 6 of those. Doing. You can go away. You can go away. You can all go away. You can stay there for right now. You can go away. You can go away. All right, 6 of those. Doing our not our Shivathorn, our Kindlevine, the fiery one. Okay. We can have 6 of those supporting one single thresher. Okay. So you are going to have a filter inserter, and that filter inserter is going to be doing the seeds. And on top of that, I'm also going to have rotate. I'm also going to have a box because I'm going to actually flood this system with seeds because we find seeds all over the place and I need somewhere to dump them. And the easiest answer is just having one dump box for all our Kindlevine seeds, and then, well, we can call that system done. There's a tile gap. Okay, everybody. Oh, and I took out a chunk of the floor. It's always with the floor. The deconstruction works great on the ground, but if you're flying with it, it is so temperamental. Okay. Come on, everybody gotta go one tile that way. One tile that way. Yep. Okay. Back to those ones. There and there. Okay. You have an input. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then our thresher goes there. You have a filter inserter. Filter inserter is going to be doing those ones. Then I have a fast inserter. Fast, and belts. Belt to there, and a belt to there. And you need an inserter, otherwise you're probably not going to work. And then I can put in my box here, and then I can flood it with seeds. Okay. All right, step number 1, plant seeds. Step number 2 is, no, that's all lined up. Step number 2 is on this side. This will be our input back into our thresher, and we're going to go with long hand inserters. There, and there. And we're going to bring this belt back into this machine. Okay. We're going to have 2 inputs. I don't think I need 2 inputs, and there's more floor missing. Of course there's more floor missing. Why wouldn't there be more floor missing? Okay, and remove you guys. Okay, also remove that. All right, from this guy, I can do, we can do double threshing. So we're going to filter out our, cool, I can put some of those in there. When you process, you're going to turn our Kindlevine into 1 and 4, okay? I'm pretty sure a couple of fast inserters will keep up with this. If it doesn't, we will adjust as necessary. We're going to try and keep things lined up because I don't want to change things too much. But I do need that machine, please. And I need all your inserters. Well, I don't need them. I'm taking them. It's probably more accurate. Cool. All right. We're going to put you in here. Yes. I also want that thresher. All right. My next thresher, I'm not actually going to put up against it. I'm going to intentionally leave a 1 tile gap, and that'll come into effect more when we get to the next stage. So I need you to output sticks, and I need you to also output sticks. Cool. We're going to bring our sticks in here. You and you and you and you. And can I give you just 1 stick? Okay. When you take in 1 stick, you're going to give us 4 and 4. So 4 bits of lava and 4 bits of hay bales.
Task inbound.
Thanks.
Double threshing. Thresh Kindlevine to produce Kindlevine stems.
Thanks.
Thresh kind loving stems to produce plant matter fiber. Assemble plant matter fiber into plant matter frames.
You done? Go away, go away. Go away. Cool. Alright. So we're going to need to deal with these two ingredients on a one-to-one basis. Okay. Now, I have this one. This is our lava belt. So I only want to tie this into our existing lava belt. Also need to make sure that, you know, it doesn't interfere with other things we're doing. Yes. Can I put you there, you there, you there, there. And then this one is our hay bale belt currently. Okay. So what we're going to do is set you to lava, you to lava, and you to lava. And can we just fly a little bit? And I'm going to rotate you around. Now I'm too far away from the inserter. Cool. Hay bale, and hay bale. Cool. And then you actually need to go away because I need to route things underneath you. And hay bale. That's not hay bale. That's a hay bale. That's a hay bale, and that's a hay bale. You are actually lava. Cool. Can I have what you're carrying? Cool. And you can do lava and lava. All right. Our hay bales. We're going to run our hay bales backwards up to the last inserter and then rotate and then run them down here. That way I can take this one piece of lava, bring it over here to these guys, and then up on top. And then you should be able to run into... No, one more tile. Come on. Yeah, to there. At the same time, can I just upgrade that belt to make it go faster? Okay, alright. Same story here. I'm going to grab my lava. Bring that forward to there, up to there, and into that belt. Okay, so we have 3 lava and we have 3 hay bales. Can we just upgrade the hay bale belt going forward? That one as well. Into there and so. Cool. Alright, so we have hay bales, we have lava. Okay. We need to make sure we're using both of these at full speed, but that is a later problem that we'll get to a little bit later. Yeah. You can go away as well. Rotate. Cool. Alright, so that is our first set of threshing. On top of that, I need to thresh the second set. Now, this is going to be a little bit more... I don't think you're meant to join like that, actually. I don't even know if that was joined. All right, this is going to be a little bit more difficult because I want to store up the seeds, among other things. Can I land so this works properly and remove everything between there and there? Cool. My inventory is full of stuff. All right. And I have a ghost that won't go away. All right. So we have our first set of threshing. Okay, we have you not work. You not work because you face the wrong way. Cool. We have 6 into 1 into 2. All right, that's our first set of threshing. All right, our second set is gonna need... How many tiles do I need on the left? I need like 2. Cool. And then we're gonna give ourselves a spare tile. I hope. All right. And then, can I get our threshers? We'll put 1 here, 1, nope. I need a 1 tile gap between you. And then if I've planned this right, we can line you... No, I need to go 1 tile left. Hopefully. All right. Okay, I need to give myself plenty of room, and unfortunately it comes down to this particular box. This particular box, I can't put this as close to a machine as I'd like, because the game just doesn't let me. Which means I need to leave extra spaces where technically I don't need to. But just due to a game feature we'll go with, I need to have extra space. You might try and join. Okay, can we bring this belt this way? Bring this belt and then rotate? No. So, I obviously don't want to join those two. Okay, so again, I'm going to have to move everything over by tile because the belt wants to do what the belt wants to do. Alright, so I need my storage box. Storage box is going to go right here. We're almost duplicating the previous system. In fact, we are for a portion of this. So, don't remove. Can you do that one? You're going to be doing the blue seeds, which will have its belt come through. Its belt come through here and in, more in, another in, and then I can put down this particular thresher, and then if I flood you with blue seeds, we should be able to just throw down the planters and throw down the output. And I'll get that done, and then we'll talk about the actual threshing process, because that's going to be, it's going to be different for the blue one. Yeah. So we have the blue one up and built. We have a 4-tile gap between, I guess, the output for one and the input for the next, because this is going to get a little bit more in-depth. Yes. All right. I've already set up my next 2 threshers, and we need to talk about these really quickly. So we output the silverthorn buds. Now we need to turn a blue bud into a something. If I just put 1 in here, we're going to see very quickly that we get... Okay, now the inserters are populated. Let's try that again. We're going to get 5 and 4, which is a lot of output material. In fact, it's more than what the inserters can move. So I have intentionally have 4 of these guys handling the green stuff, the plant matter. So we're going to shove that into the existing belts, so it's being dealt with. Then around this side, well, I have 2 of these outputting the compound V, and I need a third, no, output. Yes, output. Also doing compound V. But then I also need an input. Now I need to get my blue buds from here to here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I managed to do this. And this is something that we're going to use again in the future. So it's probably a build you should get used to throwing together. So I'm going to have output, and then around this side we have our other 4 outputs to make sure we're sort of trying to output as fast as possible. Then I'm going to throw an inserter in here. I just need to throw a something. I need to throw a something because I need to keep this belt we're about to add raised up. Also, do want to mention that there's a 2-tile gap between these 2 because I need to bring the blue buds out, rotate them to the right, take them up and over to this tile, rotate them again, remove that light, get down to ground level, and then turn off erase mode, rotate again, and then bring it into, come on, face the right direction, into that inserter. Yeah, you're going to end up doing this later on with an ore build. I'll tell you that now. So, yes, get used to throwing this together. But the good news is I've already duplicated it for the next build, which means I should be able to just connect that in, and the next build should now be running. And I just need to obviously hook that plant matter into that plant matter. So again, we have 6 planters with a seed box, so I can just take any extra seeds I have, throw them there. I already have 10 yellow ones. Let's throw those in there. And then this is going to output, well, our seeds, well, Kindle, taking our silverthorn, output the seeds, which also have that buffer box again, and also output the silverthorn buds. We're going to throw the buds into the first machine and the second machine, and that should give us our compound V. Our compound V, we're going to leave it where it is. It's going underground and doing all sorts of things. As for everything else, well, I need to rearrange our hay bales. Our hay bales were going into a couple of machines making plant matter frames, and we do need plant matter frames, but to get to our grand goal of making more process units to make more blue science cores, I also need to retrofit this system. So we're going to start right here, and I'm going to remove these belts. I don't want to touch the compound V just yet. And then I'm going to remove all of that. All of that. I'm also not going to touch the lava just yet. We do need lava to go in here to make explosives, along with compound V, which is coming in from underneath. But I do want to rearrange all the plant matter frames. So we're going to rip out... I don't want to rip out the floor. Rip out that, rip out that, rip out that, and that. And I'm going to rip out that. Okay. So I have frames going off the edge of the platform here. Also have our compound V here. Those two are pretty static, along with my compound V here. Everything else we need to rearrange. Now, we are making... Let me double check my maths. We're making, well, two machines worth of our hay bales. And I want to convert that into plant matter frames primarily because that is the only way we can get plant matter frames is from hay bales. So that's going to be mission critical. So we're going to go with assemblers. And now we have fast inserters. Assemblers, those ones. Now we have fast inserters. Cool, I break the belt straight away. We want to do that. Okay, that is 6 plant fiber for 2 of those out. So we're going to grab that again. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can support 6 of these running that recipe. I can potentially support a sort of a 7th. Not really, a little bit. So our plan is going to be, now we have access to the fast inserters, going to be flood 6 of these, making frames. Yeah, really wish there was a copy paste. Okay, with that done, we're going to throw inserters, and I am going to throw a lot of inserters at the problem, because these don't take long to craft. Yes. These don't take long to craft at all. Maybe we can use 2 inserters? Could we use 2 inserters? Now he reconsiders these options. Okay, let's go with 2 inserters into one of those. I don't think 2 inserters was fast enough. You need to put in 6. 2, 4, 6. Oh no, we can definitely insert 6. Okay. All right, well, that makes things a little bit simpler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we need to set the recipes on all of these, which I can do, and then we need an output. And again, these don't have a very long crafting time. Can I just run a belt this way so we actually have somewhere to move stuff to? And we can just confirm output. Yeah, 1 fast insert is more than fast enough. All right. So we need to bring out our plant matter frames, and I need to tie them into my existing belt. The bad news is we're going to have to default to spaghetti for this little part because, well, I don't want to change existing infrastructure if I can at all help it. We're going to have to change things in the future, but, you know, that's a future problem. All right. The other thing I can do with the hay bales, and we're probably going to have to put this here because I want to make sure any excess we have, we need to burn off. So we're going to make them into plant matter, which is only 3 fiber, which should be a single inserter. 2, 3. No, you still are going to need 2 inserters. Technically, 2 inserters is not fast enough. You were the one I was meant to have sideways. Cool. At the end of the day, I don't care. This is really a burn off the excess situation. So we're going to... Oh. That's how I was going to do it. I remember now. See, I should write this stuff down. I plan it all out. Can I put down my assembler? Thank you. Okay. We're going to set the recipe to that. And I'm going to have an output belt here, which is going to line up with that output belt, which already has plant matter fiber on it. And we're going to go with a longhand inserter. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Hopefully you output fast enough. No. No. But you input fast enough, sort of. Yeah, it was one of those chicken egg problems. You know, damned if you do, damned if you don't. All right, in that case, we'll just stick to the putting them long ways. And like I said, this is just to burn off any extra hay bales. That is its only purpose in life, so we're going to run that through to there. We're going to input, turn you into plant matter, and then around the backside, have you output, and we're just going to take this up to the last tile, run it over there, and fall off the edge. Let me back up, please. Please. Okay. There we go. Bring that into this belt. Because we haven't even got to the other half of science yet. You are outputting. All right. Let me set a assembler or two and drop down a inserter or two. Also add a light or three. Okay, we have inserters, we have assemblers, we have the whole lot up and running, and as we can see, well, we're definitely maxing out on our frames. Okay, frames are definitely good. We could probably come back here and upgrade the belts. In fact, there's a whole lot of belts I need to upgrade between episodes. Also, we have an awful lot of the plant matter coming out, just burning any extra hay bales that we happen to have. I don't think I need to double this system. I might need to double this system. All depends on how many frames we're using. The idea is, well, everything else should be able to run at full speed. The problem is we're not using the lava nearly fast enough. And in fact, well, because I shoved a whole lot of hay bales into, or a whole lot of sticks into both these systems, they're trying to remove the excess still. Yeah, it'll take them a minute. They're catching up. All right. With that done, we can jump onto, well, plants now solved. In theory, plants now solved. We can jump into actually making some cubes. So, cubes. Cores. We need to have processing units and cooling systems. We already have the cooling systems. They're down there. They're fully automated. So I just need to make, well, processing units. That's pretty much it, and the original cores themselves. So processing units require the plant matter frames, which we have. We have an awful lot of now. We also need to have electrical components. So we're going to pop down here, and we're going to get some electrical components built up. Now, I've already run our iron and our copper. I just dragged them out sideways because we're basically going to build this right here. I'll probably continue the bus forward. We'll worry about that later. What I need to do is I need to have 3 copper wire into 4 of the machines doing the electrical components. So we're going to go with, and you need just copper, and you need iron and copper. So we're going to go with 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. I think that's right. Okay. We're going to have you do electrical components. You're going to do wire. You're going to do electrical components. You're going to do wire. You're going to do electrical components. You're going to do wire. And you're going to do electrical components. Yes, and you need 1 copper ingot. So this should be as easy as long, short. Extend the belts out a little bit further, and then we should be able to direct insert, and quite simply, I can then take my my electrical components straight out the back. So that should be electrical components done. Lights, more lights, more lights. Cool. All right. So electrical components with direct insertion, making it nice and easy. It's a simple 4 to 3 recipe. All right. So with those done, I now need to make processing units. Now processing units, I'm going to need 4 of these. Yes, I just need 4 machines. So we're going to, you know what? We're going to land, rotate, and bring this back. It is 4 and 3. So let's have you run forward a tile, then run back to here. Because technically, I don't use quite all the electrical components. It's close. It's just... Oh, actually, did that work? I'm so used to if you end a belt like that, you know, the material just flow from one onto the other. We're going to go with 1, 2, 3. Because like I said, I don't quite use them all. So is it 4 processing units? I'm just trying to double check my maths. I've got a note written here. Because like I said, Techtonica, the recipes and trying to work out ratios a little bit awkward. It's 4. I need 4 of those. Yep. It's not quite a 1-to-1. These guys make 12 per minute, and then we're using 10 per minute in each one of these machines, and they're off by a ton. Of course they're, see what I mean? Like, when you use deconstruct when flying, things just break. Which sucks, because it is so much easier in a first-person game to have this ability to hover when we do things. Alright, so we want to do that, plus that, plus that, plus that. Okay, so we're going to go with long-handed, 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 and then fast, 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 and then I can put a box here. I want a slow inserter. I don't have a slow inserter. You know what? What we'll do is we'll put a slow inserter there, and then we'll put our box here. Just back a little bit. All right. This will be our output, which I guess we can take that way. No, we're going to take it the other way. Yes. Yeah, it helps if you actually line up with the machine. Okay. Output, 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 and then all I need is a couple of lights and the plant matter frames, which are here, and go and end right here, going into, well, a machine doing processing units. I can't splice that off anywhere here at least, just because of the way belts work. So can I remove there to there? Can I upgrade that belt? That works. Cool. I want to go to there. You know what? Can I go? Whoop. From the edge. On top of these core belts. And then into there. So it's our plant matter frames, which do need to go back into this build. And I should be able to put a belt there. Now I can't turn that belt straight away due to game mechanics. So I'll have to turn it one tile further along. And then bring it in here. But that should definitely work. And at the same time, here, have 250 of those. I prefer if you stayed flat through there. So I can't put a connector there. I can't put a connector. Could I put a connector there? No, because you're turning straight afterwards. Yeah. This is the thing about the game. There are some weird belt rules. But you guys, your output's full. You guys should now be running. You are. Can I feed you some materials too? So they're out of my inventory. Cool. All right. So with that done, I need to come back to step number 1, and we need to make purple cores. I need to make, well, just 2 machines. 2 machines making purple cores. Yes, 2 machines making purple cores, and they're going to need copper wire. So again, we're going to go with direct insertion. So you're going to do cores. You're going to do, no, actually it was wire and wire and mechanical components. So it is mechanical components, then cores, then wire, then core, and then these are all one tile too far forward. Yep. So, mechanical. Core, wire, core, mechanical component. And again, input, input, yes, and then input, 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 and input, and that should be you done, which means I can take your output and your output, and then our last step is we take the processing units, which are on the other side, we take the cooling systems, which are here in this box, and we whack that into 4 assemblers, which means that needs to go. That's cool. I want to do something else with that anyway. Also means that my little belt here that has a bunch of cores on it already, I'm going to steal. Can I remove that? Okay, I need to have 4 machines. And we need to have 3, 4, and 2. Okay, so we're going to bring this way. To there. Plans. Can I throw down lights? Like, the game immediately gets dark as soon as you start removing lights. Okay, can I run that up to here? Can I run my coolant systems through there? Which is this box, which we're going to once again just run out. I'm going to bring it on top of the iron because I can. Bring it to here and then into there. And then that's 1. You're all done. You were never anything. You're... Hello? Also all done. So you're going to be blue ones. And I want... That has a gap. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. That does not have a gap. Go wait, go wait. 3, 4. Cool. Alright, so blue cores are going to need me to fly. It's going to need one of those, 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 and one of those. Okay. You're going to do blue cores, and blue cores. And what's my story with this? My story with this is... Oh, that's right, lack of limestone. We haven't done anything about that. That's right. In the meantime, we can rotate that around because you have a decent stockpile. Not a massive stockpile, but it turns out my inventory has a decent stockpile too. Alright, so that'll bring them to there, and then the only other thing we need to get is the processing units, which are gonna come in on this side from... Which tile? This tile. Yeah, and then into here. And then I just need an output, which would be here. And I declare there to be lights. Alright, so, input, 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 and then out, 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 you. Can I just remove that box? And we're going to put the box here. If I tag that there, you should get 50% of the throughput. And our first blue cores being made. Awesome. Alright, so we now have blue cores. Unfortunately, they're here. I don't want them here. I want them, well, in a core composer. Yeah, so we need to find a core composer. Or I need to find somewhere to drop them off in a core composer. We're going to... Where are we going to take this belt? We're going to take this belt, not in this direction. We're going to take the belt in this direction. We're going to take it over to... here? Yeah. Okay. I want to block off those because I don't want to cover those up because we could actually import directly into this building via those ports all the things we need to upgrade the terminal. All right, we're going to pop up here because I have a light in the way. I have a belt right here. This is where they need to go. So I want to hit this tile. Sure. We're going to allow the spaghetti for just a minute. I will look at tidying up after we fix our limestone problem. Rotate, and I'll let you flow down and up. You know what? I won't let you flow down and up. I'll let you flow to there. Okay, can I put in floors? It is the right tile, isn't it? Oh, it is now. No. No, I was off by one to start with anyway. Alright, I'm going to run that to there. We're going to remove that. We're going to, from here, drop down underneath and then clear off the side to here, which I can rotate, and we can start the science flowing. Now, our only issue is actually none. You have the filtering set up. That explains it. Okay, you can actually no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in an extra machine. Technically, we can't run this machine because we didn't provide enough materials to run this machine, but we technically have a couple of spare processors, and we've sort of stockpiled just a few purple cores that I'd like to burn through. Long here, please. So if I could burn through them, that would be great. And purple shouldn't slow down at processors shouldn't slow down at all. No, they shouldn't slow down at all. The only issue we're going to have is going to be our limestone. But with our blue cores, they're going to pop over there. They're going to then pop over or up to this landing, which we're definitely going to extend out this platform. But there, they're going to take a sharp right. After they take a sharp right, they're going to pop over here, where they go in a special belt all the way through our long corridor to here. We're going to go up, and then they're going to meet our first core composer, which is going to need a single inserter right there. So let's be honest, we are making them at a rate of 10 per minute, but that inserter can more than keep up with 10 per minute. Paste. Okay, and that should let us start blue science. Blue science, that should be completely automated now. This floor is hooked into our main power grid, actually right here. Yeah, hooked in right here. And I just forgot I can't jump from down there back up. And our new cores are going to take... Well, actually, I was going to say it's going to take a minute to get here, but here's the first set right now. And that should mean that we now have science fully automated. You know, sure, I still do have to do something about... I need to desperately do something about limestone. But we can worry about that in, in between episodes. You guys don't need to see me set up more miners and that sort of stuff. You've seen it once, you've seen it 100 times. What I can do is we can see how many materials I have to unlock the next technology. Yeah, so there's more blue cores coming along right now. Let me through. I need... Oh, and also I want to remove this. I don't need this anymore. So wire is needed for floors, which means we need to leave that. But I don't need that. I don't need that. Did like that bit of floor. It was my favorite. Which means I can now go straight under this belt. Which means technically I could drop that belt all the way down and tidy up already. Well, shucks. Well, I guess we are tidying up. Remove, and remove. That goes to there, that goes to there. back in its hole. No. Can I put a belt there? There. Alright, so I should re-enable the cooling systems, which I still have a bunch of in my inventory. Actually, you have those. Let's put those in there. Alright, processing units. That's what I was looking for. Iron and copper, I probably have 900 each. Processing units, that box, right? Yeah, we should be good of those. So, if we go visit the terminal, I should be able to do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. So it's just 450 Atlanti more. Yeah, I don't see us getting that right now. Alright, like I said, I need to call this video here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the very next video. Alright, bye.